Ferric, dear, you received another letter this morning.
Oh, did I? Here, give it here. Okay. It seems to be from our friend Bress.
Oh, they are very dear to us.
Who?
Oh, Pickles, you know Bress.
It says here, Ferric, you are like a donkey that fell in a bowl of sugar.
Oh dear.
That's a good thing, right?
I think that sounds like a compliment to me. Sugar's sweet.
Yeah, I remember breast now.
Donkeys are useful. That sounds positive.
Oh, well, thank you, Bress. I appreciate it. At least he didn't say anything about my butt.
Nope, no he didn't.
Snatch letter. Do the letters often mention your butt?
You know how they get on with those barmaids.
Yes.
I've gotten a few. Mostly they want to know how it works, which I don't understand.
Oh.
What?
All right. Well, thank you, Bress, for not bringing that up. We appreciate it.
Verk, you actually have a nice ass.
End scene.
End scene. End it right there.
Beautiful.
Welcome to Power Word Fail, a 5th edition actual play D&D podcast. I'm your Dungeon Master, Cody, but enough about me, let's get to the real stars of the podcast. Starting with Austin.
Ferric, I flew.
Andy.
Pickles, the recently dead.
Katie.
Adolia Rowan, bearer of the hero's light.
Nathan.
Miraz. Just Miraz.
And Ian.
I'm Bros Bussant, and don't talk to me.
And again, I am Cody, and this is episode 34 of Power Word Fail. Last time, I wasn't the DM. I am going to be stepping in for Carlos. He can no longer DM for us, unfortunately, but we will carry on the flag in his memory. Last time in the game, we joined the failures as they spoke to the creature in the secret room in Father Abernathy's butler's quarters. It tried to tempt them into coming in to meet it, but Ambrose very sensibly declared that they would not be picking another fight today. While awaiting a mage to come reveal the door, a tasteless joke from Ambrose led to a tense conversation between himself, Ferric, and Miraz that ended up in Ferric storming off with Adalia following right after. While the two of them discussed Ferric's sense of guilt over intending to run from the Zeus fight, and then went for a fly to clear their heads. Pickles, Miraz, and Ambrose spent some time reading Evangeline's letters and remembering their fallen friend. Fresh from his recent near-death experience, Miraz confessed that he'd made a deal with the prince. Ambrose lashed out at his betrayal, and then also stormed off, heading back to his family home to retrieve his belongings. He'd found his house had been abandoned, and a note from his father, half explanation for his treachery, and half a loving goodbye. Eventually you all reunited beneath the magnolia trees at Abernathy's estate for an emotional funeral for Evangeline, her mother, and Christopher, the last victims of Zeus's regime. And that is where we will pick up. You are all filing out of the Abernathy estate, handkerchiefs in hand. Lots of people who knew the fallen. It is a sad day, but what do you do?
Miraz will retreat and just wait by the wall, kind of into the entryway into the Abernathy estate, and he will wait and observe the rest of the failures.
So I don't know about you guys, but I could use a break. Like a break.
A break. That sounds lovely.
Supposedly I died, and it's just been a while. And, yeah.
Ambrose, you don't want us to stay here. Where would you like us to go?
You guys can stay at my place if you're looking to sleep anywhere. You're more than welcome. Except for Miraz. You can sleep outside.
Okay.
Miraz nods.
No.
What's happening right now?
I'm heading out.
Heading out where?
Back to my place.
Okay. Adalia will start to follow, but will kind of fall back and pull Pickles aside, assuming that Miraz looks incredibly morose.
Miraz the morose, indeed.
Miraz the morose. Pickles, dear, what is happening?
Oh boy. So Mraz may have admitted that he made a deal with, the prince, and Ambrose got real mad and attacked him. And then I threw Ambrose off of Mraz,
Oh,
and now they're just mad. That's about it.
all right. Do you think we should intervene?
I don't know how.
All right.
I think tensions are high. There's a lot of stuff going on today.
Right.
A lot. And I think we just need, a day to let them get over it. They'll get over it, right?
Or two.
Or two.
I don't know about you, but I think I am somewhat overdue for a bit of peace and quiet.
Yeah. Do you think he was serious about Mraz sleeping outside?
Hard to say, really. If it comes to that, we'll sneak him into the basement. How about that?
Okay. I'm not gonna let Mraz sleep outside.
That makes sense, of course. And Adalia will pat Pickles on the shoulder.
You will take necrotic damage.
Wow.
I thought I would.
Where is it?
You can't be touched.
I don't know that.
You take 8 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Damn.
Adalia, her very pink hand threads through with black energy through all the bevels in her tattoos, but she does not flinch. She just looks down at her hand and then looks at Pickles, and then will kind of break away to join Ferric and take their arm.
Pickles is gonna fall back to walk with Mraz and make sure he actually comes.
As you take Ferric's arm, you see that Ferric is looking at Miraz, and there's an expression on their face that you can't quite place, because it's an expression that most humanoids can't make with their face. And Ferric is very gentle when they feel your arm intertwine with theirs.
That was a beautiful service. Your greatest song.
I have been doing it all my life, and it always feels different when you know the person. It always feels different when you were there with the living when they passed.
I have seen a great deal of death in my time, but I have seen very few funerals as beautiful as that one. That was your doing. Thank you.
A sense of pride washes over Ferric, and they look back at Miraz and then look forward at Ambrose walking away and feels a profound heartbreak.
Adalia is going to clock that, I think, because her passive perception is 23.
Damn.
Yeah. Sorry. Ferric, dear,
Yes,
do you know about Miraz?
I know too much about Miraz.
All right. Is there anything to be done about it right now?
Right now, no, but it must be dealt with soon.
But not today.
Miraz,
Yes, Ferric.
come on.
All right.
Today we celebrate.
Today you celebrate.
Did you not hear what I said?
Ferric, you don't know. You weren't in the room. I
We
told,
do know, Miraz. We know.
No, it's not just that I actually can cast magic or anything like that. It's how I can
No.
cast magic. I made a deal with the prince.
Shut up. God,
We know.
we know.
How could you possibly know that?
I told him.
Adalia's gonna let go of Ferric's arm and take Miraz's instead. We have all made mistakes, and we will all have to pay the price of our decisions. But not today.
And Ferric's gonna take Miraz's other arm. Tomorrow, on the other hand, you're fucking dead meat. But today, we celebrate.
All right. Okay. And
I
just
accept what comes, Ferric. I'm not in a celebratory mood, though. And Ambrose isn't going to let me into his house, so you go. You celebrate.
We're gonna make him. You saw me throw him. You think he could keep you out?
I don't want to be in his house if he doesn't want me there. That's not right.
Let me talk to Ambrose.
Miraz would look at Ferric and just think about all of the different times that we've argued and been on the opposite side of decisions. And for Ferric to say that, Miraz is just left speechless and his eyes mist over again at the notion.
If not, we'll go back to Velvanis's.
Adalia's gonna sort of break from the pack and walk forward to Ambrose. Are you all right? I know you lost a very profound friendship when Evangeline was taken from this side of the veil.
I'm fine. Thank you. And I'm just moving forward.
Adalia will keep pace. And be a little bit pestering. I know what it is to not have time to mourn your losses. You are allowed to be grieving. You know that, don't you?
I already am, but thank you.
All right. And she will druidcraft a magnolia blossom and tuck it into the lapel of his shirt. There is no reason to shove these feelings down. It doesn't make anything better. It just makes everything later.
I stop. Turn. Do you want me to enact on my feelings then?
Not if it's the way you reacted earlier.
I keep walking.
She'll let him go.
All right. So everybody kind of follows Ambrose's lead to his estate. He leads you to a very large, very nice building, larger than the Ivory Guard's headquarters. The Bussant Palace has seen slightly better days, as you can see that the garden is a little bit untended to. As you approach, the door is ajar. Ambrose, it looks as though someone has even been and gone since you've been and gone.
Mm-hmm.
There's some vandalism on the walls as you guys walk in. Ambrose's father's portrait has been vandalized. It says traitor on it, and there's a big mustache drawn on it. But aside from all of the ransacking, it's pretty nice. One of the nicer houses in the Jeweled District.
All right. Welcome to my abode. Take any place you want to sleep. There's plenty of rooms. I'll be in my room. It's the top floor.
Okay.
Miraz will be very reluctant to enter.
I look at Miraz for like a good long 10 seconds, but it feels like an eternity, and I just turned around and I just head back into my room.
I think that's a yes, Miraz. Do you think there's any food in the fridge?
What's a fridge?
In the fridge?
Oh. Think there's any food in the kitchen?
Probably not, given the state of repair, but we can check.
Well, I'm not hungry. I was just curious.
I mean, the house, it's literally just been a couple, not even a day since he left. So, I mean, people probably vandalized his home because he was a traitor, but I don't think people were stealing food out of the house. Like, it's also in the Jeweled Court, which is like not a lot of people are even allowed to get in. So, it's like, I'm pretty sure there would be, I mean, this is up to the DM, but I feel like there would be a lot of food in like a multi-mansion home.
Yeah. There's a pantry. You find it. It's pretty well stocked. I mean, it looks like somebody was in here eating all the cookies, but other than that, it's pretty well stocked. Who's cleaning your pickles? Roll an investigation check.
That's a 12.
Nothing too crazy. You do see that there's some like food that's left out. It looks like, you know, someone was in the middle of lunch or whatever when they left, but nothing too crazy.
Hopefully we got something. What do we want to do now? Take a nap? Have a party?
Nap sounds nice. You do whatever you want, though. I don't want to be a downer for everyone.
By saying that, you are a downer. So just stop.
I do believe I would like to take a short nap, and then, let's say 8 o'clock, we hit the city.
That sounds lovely.
All right.
Okay.
Ferric,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I have a feeling that this is not the first time you will be saying this to me, nor the last. I accept your apology. This time.
That's more than I can ask, thank you.
Like I said, tomorrow there will be much discussion. Tonight, we dirge.
As everybody goes to take a nap, Adalia actually would like to go out and do some shopping, if that's okay.
Pickles will go with her if she sees her.
Oh,
Actually, No, I think Pickles would stay with Miraz right now, actually.
All right.
Yeah. Pickles would sit next to Miraz constantly like Velcro.
So Adalia will follow everyone up and select a room to stay in, and she'll set her things down, and then she will, as stealthily as possible, head out into the city.
Once you guys go upstairs, you notice that it seems that, like, not really many people ventured upstairs. Most people just kind of came in, did their piece, and left.
No shit in the pillowcases or anything.
No, nothing too crazy like that. There are a lot of extra rooms, servants' quarters and such. It looks like there's even a whole, wing of the house that's just pretty much untouched. It's just there for decoration, it seems.
Adalia will take one of the very generic rooms. She doesn't want anything that feels like it has been used by someone else. But after she lays her things down, she will kind of slip back outside and would like to go to the garment district, which I assume is the silver quarter is where Miraz's family, the textile merchants, lived, right?
Yeah, they used to live there. They have a shop there that's not run by any of them anymore. It's just run by, staff. But Miraz's family lives in the gold quarter now.
Okay. I would still, because Adalia has very limited knowledge of the city, but all she knows is that Miraz's family were textile merchants and they used to live in the silver quarter. She will head there, and she would like to find a leatherworker's shop.
Okay. Yeah, there's a leatherworker's shop in town.
Okay. She'll go in and she would like to purchase 2 pairs of gloves. One that fits her own hands and one that she describes as a child's hands.
The gentleman at the tannery, the leather shop, he's kind of a large, husky guy with a big curly mustache. He smiles and says, "Oh, matching pair for you and your child."
Something like that. Thank you.
And he, gives a wink. He's like, I know what to do. I have an idea.
Of course you do. You are an expert in your craft. Could we dye the leather of the smaller pair red?
I don't see why not.
Thank you.
He looks at his schedule and says, a job like this, I could have it done 2 or 3 days. He starts crossing stuff off.
This is something of an expedited order. Is there anything I could do to speed up the process? And she'll pull out her coin purse, which is incredibly heavy with gold.
He nods. There's definitely a priority customer list. He pulls out a different list. It's empty.
Fantastic. And what sort of timeline are we looking at for the priority customer list?
Let me take some measurements, and I could have it ready by tomorrow morning.
Sold. Thank you.
He kind of looks over at his clock, and he's like, it's going to be a long night. The priority customers are worth it. So yeah, he gets your measurements for your hand and, asks the age of your child.
She will tip him 50%, whatever he charges.
Oh, sure. It's really not very much for 2 pairs of leather gloves.
I will see you on the morrow then.
Do you have a residence I could send message to when they're completed?
Oh, yes. I am staying at the Boussant estate in the Jeweled Quarter. Commander Boussant is no longer in residence, if that helps at all.
He kind of shakes his head and he's like, damn shame about Commander Boussant. Crazy how fast real estate works these days. I already sold his place, huh?
Oh, fascinating. All right. Well, thank you for your service, and I will report the sale of the estate to his son, who is, of course, the inheritor of all of his assets.
Oh, you didn't buy it?
Oh, no, of course, because it was inherited by his next of kin, which is his son, who is in residence there. We did not do so.
All right. Makes sense. Well, I'll send word there as soon as they're completed.
Thank you. And may I ask who purchased the estate from you, who, as far as I can tell, have no authority to sell the estate.
Oh, I thought it was you.
Oh, no, certainly not.
I thought it was strange that you had moved into his house already.
Well, we didn't move in so much as come to stay with our friend, who is, of course, the owner of the estate.
Ah, I see. I heard his son was out of town.
Oh, no, he is, in fact, one of the saviors of Mournstead, and in residence at the house as we speak.
Really?
Is it residence at the house?
Yes, we're all in residence at the house.
Fascinating. I haven't really heard much about that story because, unfortunately, my work keeps me quite busy.
Oh, of course, because
quite
you're so
remarkable.
busy selling the estates of those who are, in fact, in residence at the estate.
Well, I wasn't. I thought you purchased it from someone else.
Oh, no. Not so much. Anyway, I look forward to meeting these people to whom you have sold an estate that was not yours to sell, and I will be back in the morning for the gloves.
All right. It'll be here for you.
All right. And then she'll just leave and go back to the house.
My God.
He's just scratching his head.
I am too.
Starts pulling out some sheets of leather as you leave. Some red dye.
And that's it.
You hit the streets. They're quite busy. Everyone's a flutter about how they all could have died. You know, they expected some sort of full frontal assault, but Zeus has been here somehow the whole time. And there's a lot of talk of how did he get in? How did he... You know, it's kind of the word on everyone's lips as you're walking through the city. Just, how could this have befallen our beautiful city? How's everybody back at the Busan estate? Sleeping, honk-shoeing, catching some Z's.
Honk-shoe.
Absolutely not sleeping, just sitting in my bed moping or something. Just being annoying.
You're in your emo boy area. We respect that.
Yeah.
Sitting on the floor far away from Ambrose in a different room, also moping.
Listening to my Evangeline's Dead playlist.
Wow.
Pickles is just sitting in the room staring at Miraz.
Seems like a fun time back at the...
Everyone's having a great time while Adalia's out having some sort of weird stare down with a merchant.
Miraz, you need to go to sleep.
What time is it?
By the time you look at the clock, the sun's starting to go down. It's probably about 6 p.m. You haven't slept a wink. You hear Adalia come back from shopping. There's no other movement in the house. Everyone seems to be asleep or very still in their beds.
I'm actually going to leave my room. I'm assuming that most people didn't really go out much to the outside quarters if you lived in the jewel quarters. So, DM, would it be okay if I fetched someone to get the whole group food and have it delivered like a
Old-timey DoorDash.
Yeah, like a DoorDash for her.
Old-timey DoorDash. We love it.
You could hire a messenger for that.
Yeah, I'll hire a messenger. I'll just go outside my house without talking to anyone, and then I'll literally drop 10 gold on as much food, booze, and pretty much everything that I know everyone likes. I'll probably get that, except for whatever Miraz
Party
likes.
hats.
And party hats too. I'll get that.
Fucking hell yeah, blackberry mead time.
The young messenger who you hand all this money to and start giving him your list, he starts looking at the coins and then looking. He's like, I'm gonna have to get more messengers.
Do it immediately. Get it done.
Yes, sir. All right. Right away. And he rushes off and runs into a house, and then another messenger runs out with him. They run down the street. And they hear, get all the messengers in town. There's a party at the Busan estate.
Wait, are they spreading that there's a party at my estate, or is there food at my estate? I'm trying to get... I just whited oh my god, I just made the worst decision of my entire life. I'm just gonna turn around, walk back in. I ordered food, and I think I made a huge mistake.
Glad I'm not the only one.
I guess we're partying tonight. There might be a party here. Do whatever you want. And I just like walk away.
Yeah, within the hour, Adalia, you hear a knock at the door.
Yes?
It's like a small cadre of young men. You know, they're all holding bottles of wine, plates of food, bottles of liquor, just, you know, cheese wheels. They're rolling cheese wheels up the street.
Hello.
Got your delivery here.
Yes, of course. The dining room's this way. Thank you.
And they all start filing in. You notice that they're not really filing back out.
Would you like to stay for a drink?
They're children, Italia. I don't know how they do
I'm
things
sorry.
in Northwatch.
We're old enough to drink. It's, you know.
There wasn't really so much in drinking age in Northwatch. It was catch as catch can, so to speak. Not a drink. Not a drink. No, Ferric, what do you offer to children?
They want a tip here. And Ferric walks
I'm
over
sorry.
and gives them a tip. Okay, have a nice day. Goodbye. Goodbye. Here you go. Here. This is like, I don't really understand money too much, but from what I understand, this is a lot. And gives like 1 gold to each of the delivery children.
They all
Spend it
look.
in all one place.
They all look very shocked, and start filing back out. As they file out, you start noticing some people approaching. They're dressed very finely, and they start walking up to the door. Hello there. We heard there was a gathering to welcome the new owners of the Busant Palace to the neighborhood.
Ferric, should I give them gold as well?
No. Where is Brood Boy? Where is he?
I'll
feel like
I'll
he
go find
should
him
be handling
and you handle this. Okay, wonderful.
Yes.
Good luck. And she'll run upstairs and try to find Ambrose.
In the background, Pickles is just sneaking booze back to Miraz.
Miraz is just drinking it.
Yes, well, you see, there is not a new owner per se. The Commander Busant's son has inherited the place. You all know Ambrose, of course, yes?
Oh, of course. Is that him walking around back there? I haven't seen him for a few months since he's been gone. Oh, hello, Ambrose. It's me. You recognize me?
Who is this? Would I know who this person is?
It's me, Beckett Bronson. We were in class together. I live right
He
down the
says
road.
it's Beckett Bronson. He says you were in class together.
I like sign from a far distance, and I will walk to the door. Good evening, Sir Bronson. Welcome.
Oh, it's so lovely in here. I love what you've done with the place. This is my wife, Sylvie.
Oh, Sylvie, I remember you. And I give her a handshake.
She nods. Oh, it's so lovely to be here. We've never been inside. It's such a beautiful house from the outside. Do you need us to refer you a gardener? Your garden's a little overgrown.
I will get everything taken care of with the home. I just took it over literally within an hour. So, you guys are more than welcome to come through and meet the heroes that slayed Zeus, and go ahead and have a couple drinks if you want. And if you want, you can invite others as well.
Excellent. Well, there's rumor around town was that you were having this party, and we weren't invited, so we assumed there must have been a mix-up with our invitation.
Definitely was a mix-up. Everyone's invited in the Jeweled Quarter.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, one of the messenger boys as they're leaving, he's like, you do hear that? Spread the word. He's like, I already have Ben, sir. I already have Ben.
Could you fetch me, actually, Ferric,
Yes.
do you want to do entertainment, or should I get entertainment?
I could dust off the old drum as long as people aren't weary of my folk songs that I know, of course.
We'll do that, and also if you get tired, we'll have someone that's back up as well to cover if you ever want to mingle and drink as well.
Excellent.
So
I would love to meet
yes.
the heroes of Mournstead. Quite the talk of the town.
Yeah.
One of the messenger boys is like, "Oi, these are the heroes of Mournstead.
Yep.
No one knows what you look like. Everyone saw you from quite a distance at that gathering."
Good.
That's us, right here in the flesh.
Miraz stumbles in, extremely drunk.
Yeah, he's like gesturing with like a bottle of brandy. Heroes of Mournstead, that's us.
Hello. Welcome. Come in. There is food in the dining room and drink to be had. And please, ignore Miraz. He is, enjoying his victory.
Miraz the Inebriated.
So yeah, a few hours go by. A lot of people come. A lot more than you'd expect, Ambrose. People that you haven't seen for quite a long time, or they're happy to see you back in town. There was a lot of rumors about, you had left, why you'd left. Everyone's really excited to talk to the heroes of Mournstead. If anyone would like to give their rendition of the battle, everyone would love to hear it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Ferric would kind of improv a ballad of the Ballad of Christopher.
Aww.
And sing about the great sacrifice. Talk about Ambrose disappearing. Talk about the heroic knights that came to our rescue, leaving out everything that had to do with Ferric dipping out.
Hard dip. There was a hard dip.
And also leaving out the bit about snorting a corpse.
Sure.
And
Makes sense.
yeah, kind of ends the song, goes through a song about the hero's light, goes through a song about the terror of Farrington, Pharaoh of Farrington, and yeah, goes through the fucking hits.
There's a lot of talk about how, you guys are the same people that did that. But you are kind of shocked that a lot of the upper crust doesn't really seem to care as much as you would have thought. They don't take it lightly, but they also don't freak out like some people have in the past. They just kind of they want to hear about that too. They're just want to hear about everything you'll tell them.
I'm going to be talking to all the girls that paid no attention to me in high school. And I'm going to be chatting around. Not giving them too much attention, but just kind of making sure that people see me in the room. And then I'll just literally just walk around in loops, just short chatting.
Nice.
I think during the Ballad of Christopher, Pickles leaves the party. Not leaves, but goes to sit outside just because the immediate reminder of what happened is not a celebratory thing for her. So she just chills for the rest of the night. Also, she doesn't want to accidentally kill anybody by touching them.
Can I make a perception check to see if I see you leave?
Sure.
It's a 25. Beat that.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Wrong one. But I don't think... No, I have heavy armor on. It's an 11 to stealth out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Adalia notices. Ferric notices.
Miraz does not. About 8 minutes later, he's stumbling around looking for Pickles.
All right.
That's just how the rest of the night goes.
As the other musician shows up and Ferric can kind of join the party, Ferric pushes through and is talking to people and wants to know what people's theories are of what will happen to the crown. I think that's something that Ferric was embarrassedly misjudging on, thinking that, Adalia, Zeus killed the queen, and therefore Zeus took the queen's spot, and Adalia killed Zeus, but that was kind of frowned upon. So I think Ferric is trying to figure out what is this succession, what are people thinking it is, so on and so forth.
Yeah, so you're talking to a crowd of people, and you know, they're all taken by the heroes of Mournstead. So you say that, and one of them goes,
Well, you know, this land was built on the bodies of young soldiers who fought and died for the crown. You know, it's part of the reason why they made the ivory guard. Is that, you know, no one would be so brazen to try and take the crown in such a way again. But it seems, you know, such power will tempt anyone. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't be totally unheard of for someone to slay the monarch and become the new monarch if that is what they wished. If they had the power to back it, and, you know, the influence, the sway to get everyone on their side, or the fear to rule. It's not out of the question, but no. Given the circumstances, the Golden Council will solve this for us, as they solve all matters of great importance like this.
And did we get names of the people on the Golden Council?
Oh, of course, the Golden Council. Everyone knows them.
We don't, as far as I remember.
We don't.
They do shift quite often. The leadership tends to be quite fluid. But at the moment, they are led by Mr. Kelvin Morningthal, Leo Demaro, of course, Carrick Redstream, and Rolf Mitzbird. Somehow he made it to the council. But, you know, bribery will get you everywhere, I suppose.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Is there anything that you can tell me about, let's say Kelvin? I am not from here, and I'd like to know who's contending.
Oh, well, Kelvin Morningthal is the leader of the Golden Council. He's been the leader for...
he scratches his head.
Well, for as long as I can remember. He's quite influential. I'm surprised he's not at this party, but he's probably hosting one in memorial of the Queen.
And what do you think this is?
Yes, but his is much more influential and important. I wasn't invited. So kind of the heroes of Mournstead to throw a celebration where everyone is welcome. You know, such generosity isn't seen in the Jeweled Quarter as often as it should.
Well, you know not everyone was invited. There are much more people here.
He looks around.
Everyone that I know from down the street and from the drinking clubs, from the high society and from the Bankers Guild.
I speak of the other quarters.
Oh, well, they have their own affairs, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have someone even more important to talk to. And Ferric is going to push past this gentleman.
Oh, well, I see how it is.
Adalia will stumble out of the crowd. Ferric, darling, there is so much food here. Have you ever seen it? Like, so much. They have those slug pies you're fond of.
Just the person I was looking for. Do show me these slug pies.
Oh, yes, and then will you dance with me? There's dancing, I think. But even if there's not, we should start it.
Of course.
We're the saviors of Mournstead, you know.
Ferric is going to smell the alcohol fuming off of Adalia.
But I was enjoying that. Almost as much as the mead we had in that tavern. Do you remember, Ferric?
Oh, I do remember.
Oh, good. Well, slug pies and then dancing, yes?
Of course. And Ferric goes and does not eat slug pies, but admires them and does pick at some food, but is more interested in a big old tall glass of mead and kind of shakingly drinks it and heads to the dance floor and does a sharp clap and demands a dancing song be played.
Absolutely. The minstrel that you've paid to take your place, he starts playing and do a high energy dancing song for you, Ferric. He kind of tips his hat and pulls out a lyre.
Ferric will take Adalia by the waist.
Ferric, can I tell you a secret?
Yes?
I don't know any dances.
Okay. Well, here's what we'll
This is
do.
going to go so badly.
Here. Okay. Do you trust me? Do you trust me?
Of course I trust you.
Ferric holds Adalia by the waist and picks them up just so that the, tips of their toes can graze the ground.
That's cute.
And starts going through a dance that they learned in Lakeside, which is far north from Farrington, where he was introduced to this dance and is going to 1, 2, slide, 1, 2, slide, spin, 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 1, 2, slide, you across the ground and starts laughing.
Adalia has been laughing since the moment her feet left the ground and is just going to tipsily allow herself to be swung around the dance floor.
Ambrose, you are standing there. You are talking to all of the women who ignored you in high school. Everything's going pretty great when you see somebody that you did not expect to join this party walk in.
Do I know this person?
You do know this person.
Oh God.
It's me, Zanzibar! No.
Oh no!
The party's over! Everyone out!
Is it Evangeline's
It's
fiance?
Strudel. It's Strudel in person form.
Brom.
Ambrose, you see someone show up who you did not expect. This is a person that you have never really gotten along with. Inherently, there's nothing wrong with them, but the problem is that they are your father's favorite guard. They're the highest ranking Ivory Guardsman right under your father. Their name is Servan Cartwright, and they have just strolled into the party, arms folded, fully adorned in the commander's armor, your father's armor.
Oh shit.
I will walk to the door. Sir Cartwright?
Well, hello there, Ambrose. He polishes his fingernails on his armor.
Are you here to bust this party?
Why, no, I just thought I would make an appearance as the new head of the Ivory Guard. It is my duty.
Come on in. I would love to talk.
Right now?
I mean, it's a party. I can talk inside of a room.
He nods, he steps inside. He's alone, there's not like a cadre of police with him.
Yeah. Is there something you would like to talk about?
He looks around at the busy party and he says, well, I was hoping that we could have more of a private conversation about me getting some of your father's belongings that really belong to me now, but we should probably have that conversation privately.
Right this way. I'll lead him to a private room.
Oh, excellent. He walks with you. He grabs a glass of wine off of one of the messenger boys that are your waiters now, walking around with a tray of glasses. He sits down in the private room there that you have. Yes, well, I do appreciate you being so hospitable. I remember you being a bit more fiery, Ambrose. Seems you've been tempered with wisdom and experience.
Thank you.
He kind of smiles.
Would you like to go ahead and share your opinion? I know there's something that you want to get off your chest.
I just wanted to say how much I think it's a damn shame that everybody's saying those horrible things about your father. And I, for one, will not stand for it. And I hope you will neither.
I don't say anything. I just nod.
He nods and he says, it is hard, but there is no evidence outside of hearsay that Commander Buisson did anything wrong outside of leave his post in the time of need. And I'm sure he has an excellent reason. But until his return, I will need his swords, his armors, his sash, his badge. Do you think he has those things lying around?
I would probably look through the whole house before like throwing a party, making sure that my shit wouldn't get jacked.
Yeah, some of it is, but like his badge isn't, or his sash. But he does have some like spare armors and swords.
Cartwright, there's barely anything in this house.
Well, I do believe it belongs to the Ivory Guard, but...
Not everything. Some things we personally bought, so...
Well, would you be interested in speaking to my quartermaster tomorrow morning after your party? Or maybe later this week would work better.
You said the quartermaster?
Yeah, he's gonna send a guy to do like a list of everything and to collect it.
Question, DM. Is this guy trying to take just my armor? Or is he trying to get like more out of my own estate?
It seems as though he's trying to just get Ivory Guard property that your father kept around the house. But it might be within your best interest to...
Yeah, can I insight?
You don't trust this guy. Yeah, you definitely can. With a 25, you can tell that he doesn't want to steal from you personally, but he has nothing against sending someone to steal from you. So he's telling you that he's not going to do anything, but the quartermaster very well could.
Sir Cartwright, everything in this house belongs to me. Thank you.
Are you sure about that?
I'm very sure.
He kind of swishes around his wine glass and finishes it off and says, well, I'd hoped that this could have been more amicable, but okay. I suppose I will see you in the courts, as they say.
Sure. Have a nice day.
And he kind of sets the glass down and says, sorry to ruin the party.
You didn't ruin the party. You're actually more welcome to still stay.
He nods and he says, well, I have a lot of business to attend to. And
Cartwright, you ain't doing nothing. It's the late evening. Have a drink.
All right.
I'm not the same Ambrose Buisson that you met me in high school. And I pull out a glass to new beginnings.
All right. Yeah. He will loosen his armor a little bit there. He will join you for some drinks.
Enemies to lovers?
Yes, please.
Are Cartwright and Ambrose having drinks together still in the private room, or are they back in the main area?
No, we're back in the party.
Yes.
As Ambrose and Cartwright would head back into the main room to rejoin the party, they would see that Miraz is in the middle of the entry foyer. He's climbed onto the central table and is using prestidigitation to make sparks fly around his hands and his head to get everyone's attention focused on him in the middle of the room.
Yeah, Cartwright, can you give me a second?
He nods and kind of fades into the crowd and kind of looks like he's excited to see what happens.
I run into the party and I grab Miraz's hand and just run to a separate room.
What? No, Ambrose, no, I need to say my piece, explain to everyone.
What?
Ambrose, no, I need to say this. I need to explain to everyone.
Miraz, I have given you so much patience. Can you just not be a fuck up for 1 minute?
No, I can't.
Clean yourself up.
Buddy.
I am not here to baby you. I am not here to be friends with you. That is long gone. Miraz, you still have friends. You're not alone. But this bridge is burnt. Be happy that I didn't kick you out of my house. Be happy that I invited you, and I'm giving some ounce of respect when you lied to me day one.
Miraz has just kind of closed down. He has nothing left to say. He has no tears left to shed. He just looks empty.
Get over it. And I will walk away and open the door.
Yeah, he'll stay in the room.
God, that's so harsh. Oof.
Ouch.
And I walk in with like a big smile on my face, like, hey, where the rum at?
Adalia is drunkenly dancing with Ferric, and when she sees Ambrose emerge, she'll reach out a hand. Ambrose, come dance with us.
Sure. I'll toss back my drink and get on that dance floor.
While all this merriment is happening, Pickles has made her way back over to the funeral site and is just sitting next to Christopher's gravesite, just in silence. And she's just gonna stay there all night. Christopher, what did you do?
And so it goes. Anyone else want to do anything at this party?
Oh, one more thing too. After a little bit of dancing, I'm going to go to the Bankers Guild, have a little conversation about my assets under the Busan estate.
To the actual guild itself, or
I
to the
love
people
it.
at the party?
The people,
people at
at
the party.
the people at the party.
That is the guild. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you find that big, burly guy who was kind of drunk, who doesn't care about the poor people. He's gotten even drunker, and he's really red in the face.
He said, well, hello there, young Busan. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. My pleasure.
It's a pleasure to meet you too. I was wondering about the Busan estate account. If you could let me know if there's anything in there.
Oh, of course, I can do that. The first thing for you. Yeah, I'll check on your funds. I do believe everything's in your father's name. Do you have any documentations?
For?
Says that put you in. I mean, your father's not dead, is he?
Currently missing, but I believe the Jewel Cordon wants the estate be taken care of before, I have to head out or anything.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, God.
Ooh,
19. Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Don't
this
like
guy's
it.
pretty
So
drunk.
good.
And when you say that, he looks like really stern for a second, and then he looks around the room. He's like,
Oh, we're here on the Jewel Quarter. We have to take care of each other, don't we?
Of
More
course,
so
of course.
than the rest. I'll see to your paperwork. I'll take a look. I'll do what I can.
Send me
Well-
an immediate letter as well.
Well, that sounds like something for the Messengers Guild.
My bad. Not the messages then. Just, we'll have a one-to-one meeting.
All right. Well, I don't like to mix business and pleasure, as you know.
Oh, I know you. You definitely like to make business and pleasure, and I call for more drinks.
He laughs and laughs. Anything else anyone else like to do at this party? You guys look around while you're there. Vilvanus is there. He's like, oh, I got the invite from one of your messenger boys.
Vilvanus, darling, come dance with us.
He dances with you guys. I couldn't miss one of your parties. You all dance the night away so free, so lovely. I wish I had more friends like you.
Well, you do have us, though. So, what use would those other people be? Adalia is just gone. Like, she has checked out from the reality of the situation they find themselves in, and she's just trying to have a good time.
Right.
Ferric at this point is equally drunk and acting stupid.
Well, in the morning, everybody rolls Constitution saving throws.
Great.
God.
Constitution
Perfect.
saving throw.
I'm sure that's gonna go great.
Mirage,
got a
you're
10.
really hungover.
I got a 13.
Ambrose, you're pretty hungover. You're really hungover.
It's a 15 for Ferric.
Ferric, you're okay.
Oh, that's a dirty 20 for Adalia. She's used to like shitty
Yeah.
bathtub gin. Like she is ready for this day.
Built different.
Today feels like the first day of the rest of your life.
Pickles did not drink.
There you go. Don't have to roll if you don't have to drink.
As Adalia would wake up and stretch in the morning and look over, there would be a bag of flour on her nightstand.
Oh my god! Adalia would see this flower and immediately clock it for what it is. And she would pick it up and place it in a place of honor on the finest piece of furniture in this guest bedroom at the Busan estate before she, continued with the rest of her day.
You go downstairs and you see those messenger boys are sweeping up all the bottles and picking up all the plates. And you hear the one, he's like, gotta do a good job so they'll tip us again. Keep tipping us, these folk. They tip us all gold. So I want to see my face in these floors.
Good morning, dears.
Oh, hello, and he, salutes.
You have
The
done
heroes of Mournstead have awoken.
Oh, please don't call us that. My name is Adolia. You are doing marvelous work, and I'll give 2 gold to each of the children who are cleaning up.
The richest kids.
These kids all look to that older kid like he is the genius of geniuses, and he just nods like it was all planned. Like this is 100%.
Yeah.
Everything that he'd ever told them is coming to truth. Told you being a messenger would pay out. Just gotta find the ones that tip. Oh, while you were sleeping, this came for you.
Oh, thank you, dear. She'll take whatever it is.
You look at the clock. It is noon.
We had an interesting evening, darlings.
Oh, it's noon already?
Pickles, what have you been doing this whole morning?
Well, Pickles probably stayed at Christopher's gravesite until dawn, and then just walked back and probably looked through all of the rooms for Miraz to find wherever he passed out.
Passed out behind a couch.
She would, drag him by his cloak to put him somewhere comfy. And then she'd probably just sit and, kind of help clean up, because she wouldn't know what else to do while everybody was passed out until noon. So she's just been picking up bottles and kicking people that passed out to make them leave if they aren't supposed to be here. She's like, you, get out. You, get out. You, don't care who you are. Get out. Clean it out the house.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't feel so good.
All right, first you're going to clean that, and then you're going to get out.
Ferric steps out in that exact moment and slips in vomit. Hey, what the fuck? Oh my god. Oh, disgusting.
Adalia will prestidigitate that away. Good morning, dear. Thank you for the flowers.
Do I want to know what happened here? I don't. Seems like you guys had a good night.
Oh, there was so much dancing, Pickles. You would have enjoyed it. I love dancing with you.
Considering I now hurt anybody that I touch, probably not. And she's just gonna walk away and go back to cleaning. She's not happy right now.
What did Pickles mean by that?
Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out later.
So you got my flower.
I did. Thank you. And Adalia will stand up on her tiptoes and kiss Ferric on the cheek.
Gross.
Ferric will stand there frozen.
And Adalia will proceed to just chatter to Pickles and update her in all the dances that she learned at the party.
Pickles just looks more and more upset the more you talk. She doesn't say anything, but the more you mention the fun you had, the more she just gets completely crestfallen.
Ferric walks out of their stupor down the stairs and sniffs around the kitchen to pull out some leftover coffee beans and starts to brew coffee for everyone.
Yeah, I'm walking down the stairs in my pearly white robes that I used to wear with Evangeline with kids, and just walking down the stairs. Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Hello, Prince Charming. Would you like some coffee?
What is that?
Yeah, I'll have it. What is what?
That outfit you're wearing.
This is my outfit. What's wrong with it?
Pickles.
What is
Let him
that,
be.
Pickles?
What is what?
That outfit.
I'm wearing my jean suit that I bought. What's wrong with it?
Exactly. How does that make you?
Jean
I
suit.
just said the exact same thing that you just asked me.
You got no sense of style, Ambrose.
Oh, thanks.
Somebody's grumpy before he has his coffee. And Ferric walks over with a mug and hands
Be
it to
careful.
Ambrose.
They're insufferable this morning.
I'm actually gonna walk up to Pickles. Give me a second. I take out like a pencil and I poke Pickles' skin.
What the fuck?
Oh, Oh,
What are you doing?
Ambrose. No, don't do that.
There's paper for that.
Oh, I'm just looking at it. It's just.
No,
I'm not
Ambrose.
something to study.
No, thank you.
I mean, it could help you if we study it, all right? Don't get all mad. I'm just looking at it. Maybe we could do something about it.
You just poked me with a pencil without even asking.
Pickles, you've been stabbed 50 times since I met you. You're okay.
Okay. Well, you know
At least
what?
to ask.
Everyone should ask consent before they stab anyone with anything.
Sorry.
Pickles has made amazing coffee. And Adalia will, bring coffee to everyone.
What? I don't even drink. That was Ferric. I don't even drink coffee.
I know, darling, and that makes it so much better that you made it. And she'll just, let it lie. We're all making coffee.
Varric looks at Pickles like, what?
Hey, Ambrose, can I borrow that pencil?
Yep, and you can poke me with it if you want. And I give it.
Oh.
Yeah, that will come later. She's just gonna go over to Miraz and just start poking Miraz to wake him up.
Oh, hey, no. I've been awake. I'm just lying here. Oh.
No, get up.
No, Pickles, 5 more minutes.
Miraz, I don't
No.
even know what the fuck you did last night, but you look like shit. Get up.
Oh, alright. Oh.
I don't know what you're wearing, but that's... Miraz isn't even wearing his own clothes. I don't know what happened.
Good morning, Mr. Miraz.
Good morning, Adalia. Miraz is massaging his head, glancing and kind of squinting about the room, trying to see where his original clothes are.
Definitely hanging from a chandelier.
And there's wires dripping, or not dripping, but dangling out of his clothes, dangling from the chandelier. He's just oh, great. Well, there's all my magic is up there. It's just perfect.
Well, I mean, not all of it, but we can get down somehow. Ambrose, you got a ladder?
Yes. I definitely have a ladder in this house. You can also just become big too, but let me go get a ladder. And I scoot out my chair and go look for one.
As soon as he goes to look for one, I get big and then grab it. And that's what he gets for poking me with a pencil. Here you go,
Thank you, Pickles.
Here you go, Brass.
Yeah, I start sifting through the clothes, trying to be sure all the wiring and gadgetry is in place.
Yeah, I'll be gone for 20 minutes looking for this damn ladder. And then I realized that the ladder's in my room for some reason. And I'm like,
Sure.
oh shit.
Your father kept it in there because once you left, he was like, well, this room is now storage. That's what happens when your son leaves. The room becomes storage.
About halfway through, you forget what you're looking for and remember when you head back into the other room.
Yeah.
Yep.
While Ambrose is looking for that, one of your messenger boys is like, can I take your dishes from breakfast? Can I freshen your coffees? Do you want me to
are
read
you?
the message you got while you were all sleeping?
Oh,
We got a letter.
That last
yes. Yes, that.
He grabs it back from Adalia and rips it open. Heroes of Mournstead, you are hereby summoned to the castle to meet with the Golden Council at 12:30 p.m.
Why are you reading it all spooky like?
Because it's 1 o'clock.
Yes, that accent is most disturbing.
I don't know. I just thought it was kind of scary to receive something from the Golden Council. They're a scary group.
And what
Oh.
time is it?
It's
I
12:30.
think it's. Oh my god.
Should we be afraid of the Golden Council?
No.
Speak honestly, please.
If we're 40 minutes late, we might want to go.
Must we?
No.
Let me change out of these robes. I'll be right back.
Now he changes out of the robes.
I like the
All right.
robes. I think they're nice.
I'm going to put on the rest of my clothes, and I will meet everyone outside.
All right. Adalia will go back to her room and change into her, resistance fighter outfit. Just, very basic tunic and pants. Nothing fancy.
Pickles is gonna fully suit of armor up. She doesn't trust anything now.
Yeah, Miraz will just get back into his normal attire.
I put the whole armory on me. I'm loaded up. I'm ready to roll.
Varric wears their finest black and gold robes.
All right. You guys make your way back to the castle. You can see that there has been a lot of people coming in and out since all of this. There was, a funeral kind of simultaneous as the funeral you had for the actual funeral for the queen. Probably a lot more people in Mournstead went to that one. No offense to the Abernathys, but, yours was, the Abernathys funeral was mostly for friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the citizens of Mournstead went to the queen's funeral. You make your way in, the guards salute.
Oh, hail the heroes of Mournstead.
They open the big doors for you. You make your way back in, just like when you made your way in the first time to meet with the queen. You walk down the long carpet to the throne, and there is a short gnome sitting on the throne. There are 3 robed individuals standing around him, and there is a woman in the room performing some sort of ritual. Allie, would you like to describe your character?
So Navara is a red-skinned, sanguine elf with black curly hair and glowing amber eyes. She has leather armor that is in all gold, kind of symbolizing the officers from the floating cities. She has white chiffon going in and out of it, and then in her right hand she holds a very tall, double-bladed scimitar.
The short gnome looks at you guys walk in, and he motions for you to come closer, but he holds up a finger up to his mouth as if to keep you quiet while she performs the ritual. And that's where we're going to leave it for this week. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Couldn't do any of this without you, obviously. Everybody, we'd love to hear from you. Come jump in Discord and hang out with us. Discord.gg/The Homebrew Podcast. We have a pretty awesome community. We all hang out. We love to hang out and chat with everybody. We got a few extra bucks. Go check out our Patreon. Patreon.com/The Homebrew. $2 gets you access to Power Word Chill, the show about the show, where we talk about all things show related. Got a couple of extra dice, or got a couple extra bucks and want some dice? We got a sponsor, fanrolldice.com. Get some dice. Use promo code Homebrew at checkout for 10% off. Join us next week as we finally speak to the Golden Council. And remember, listener, you are important, you are loved, and you matter. Thanks for listening.